Hey there, welcome back, Maris here, and today we are going to discuss bows in Icarus. Bows, arrows, everything related to that, and no, this is not actually a screenshot, that's why it's flickering. Why? Because we are already in game, not going to waste your time. Let me quickly show you what we have today on the table. We have every possible arrow that can be built in the game. I had them 10, but I lost some of them. Don't worry about that. And of course we have also different types of bows. Let me switch back. So we have wood bow, long bow, what was this, recursive, I don't know them by the name, recurve bow, fine enough. And of course we have also compound bow. So one question I want to answer right away, if you're wondering. No, most of the information you can check for yourself, open up a tree even if you don't have the item, mouse over, you have the projectile damage, ammo, everything, the same for arrows, how much damage, critical, everything seems to be right there. But there's a little one difference. If you're wondering what the hell is this will be for other video, because I just tested it doesn't work for bows. That's why I had to build and start from scratch. This is the shooting range. This is where I'm going to show you what is actually on everyone's mind. How changes the trajectory of the bow, arrow, one or another, more or less, what's going on there. So, what we have built here, I have built, why it's stupid catwalk, so we are on the same level. I'm not aiming higher, I'm not aiming lower, and I have proof of this. That's why it's all in one line. What we are going to do, I'm standing there, that's 10 building tiles in one direction, and that wall, specifically I changed the range, so that's nothing I hit that takes damage. I can't break the wall. If I place a wall there, that makes a problem. So, and this in the middle, this is where I will be aiming at. And as we know, there's a curvature for arrows. I will not ever hit this little corner or this corner. That's why I have two of them, so I can compare one against another. They will never hit, they will land somewhere there. And of course we have fire torches, so if in case this will take longer than expected. So first question we want to ask is of course we know what's the difference between bows, right? Let's take same arrows. You see at the bottom there's the little icon that shows next to it shows what kind of arrows we have. I'm using wood bow and bone arrows. Bone arrows will be used as most because they are commonly used, easy to get, best round overall. So first try, we shoot from, as you can see, this is where I'm aiming. Okay, fine. Now the precise will not do. So one shot, two shots, at least 3 shots. Okay, 4 shots. Why? Because arrows sometimes disappear right away, that's when they're broken. Let's switch gears, and right next to we have longbow, and let's do check. 1, 2. You see how the arrow flies and never hits the door because the curvature. So let's see how big of a drop we have here. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, 4 arrows here, 3 arrows, 1 was broken in the process. But as you can see, the difference is little to none. Okay, let's collect those arrows. You see, for fuck's sake, seriously, you send me a bear while I'm filming? Fucking morons. 1 dead bear was not enough for you, fine, and 1 dead wolf, fine. I take it as a hint. No worries, we are prepared for everything, ladies and gentlemen, even bears. So, if you mouse over, you see these arrows are literally degrading as we speak. So I can't make full measurements run back and forth. That's the stupidest thing of this testing. All right, torches are blown out. Fine, don't. Who needs torches? Let's take another shot for next two bows. Oh, okay, let's compare the same. We have in this corner longbow the same arrows. 1, 2, 3, and that's the thing why I can't gather the data, because it's literally disappearing as we speak. Corner 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, let's see what we got. Longbow against recurve bow. Huh. 2 of the arrows are disappearing. So, already, you see the difference? You see? These two and the top ones are approximately the same. I don't know if the ones disappeared was probably here. Then the difference is really small. And you see? They are degrading as we speak, so I'm picking them up, otherwise they are already gone. Okay, the last test against the bows. We have recurve bow in one corner and composite on another. And of course we'll test worst against the best, because we are curious little kittens. That's what we want to see. As you see, the weather is not impacting arrow flying in any way. 4 in one corner and best bow in the game. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And of course, when we compare in a moment what we have there. All right, fine. You don't attack, I don't attack. We deal. We have a deal. So again, a little bit higher. You see the difference? Okay, if you're aiming for headshot in the eye, yes, that will be huge. Otherwise, I don't see how that will impact any performance. And damn it, gonna die. Fine. I'll take a pause, kill everyone, and come back to get more tests. Give me a second. Alright, I'm back. Storm is over, everything is dealt with. Let's continue. One last test. Bow against bow. The same arrows. The wood bow. Now, this will be, I expect, somewhat noticeable difference. Let's go crazy and shoot 5 arrows. I think that was 5. I didn't count correctly. And then best bow in the game. So here I would expect most difference. And I can explain why the hell I am making this video once again. I already made a test on 10 tiles difference. There was little to no visible difference. That's the problem. And yes, what we notice is quite big for such a distance. That's first one. But second, if you notice, there is a spread. You see how much of a spread is possible? That is nowhere mentioned. Basically, that's the accuracy. If you're wondering if I need to mention that specifically, I have not a single talent tree in bows. So this is pure, right? No impact whatsoever. So once you saw the difference, that's one of the questions I wanted to answer for myself and for you. What's the difference of bullet drop? But now let's switch gears and let's use from now on compound bow, because it reduces the spread. That means also reduces the difference from where the arrows land, which could marginally be kind of in room of error, right? When we have huge spread, something can land here, something can land here, and this already is the difference of the height. So long story short, now let's switch gears and test out arrows, right? So what I do right after we deal with the piggy is let's test arrows. So here is the problem. Arrows already disappearing fast, but if you see how much arrow types we have, we can't possibly test them all at once. So let's start with the worst arrows ever. 50% they will disappear. That's why we'll shoot 6 of them. And I'm curious, just curious. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At least 3 of them should be there. And then switching gears and shooting fast so we can check the results. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now the question is, if arrow is both is there same, does the arrow ooh, that is okay, 2 arrows only, but so you see there is already a difference, if I'm not mistaken, where these land, and this is a little bit higher. They are first and second arrows from the worst end, so obviously there's a little difference. But let's see what we get if we compare worst arrows and best arrows, shall we? Because what I want to understand from this game is we have 4 balls on one side and a lot of arrows on the other side. If we combine best, worst, worst, best, you know, because of the materials, accessibility, whatnot, how much, what changes, where we need to aim, because there's so many variables at play that you don't want to, you know, miss all your targets. So let's do once more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and let's switch to the combo just to see if maybe there's no difference at all. Maybe this is just all my imagination. Yeah, it'll be fine, because the compound arrows has 5% breaking chance, so there's most likely all of them should be here. You see, this is what I call noticeable difference. And I'm now thinking I will switch the sides just to see. Maybe this side, but you know, it's not perfectly flat, that we also need to take in consideration. But composite arrows, and of course composite is the far end material, too expensive, but let's see. What if in this corner we shoot? Okay, let's take the one more test, as I already promised. 1, 2, 3, 4 should be enough. And then let's use bone arrows, because they are mostly used. Actually, no one cares about stone arrows. They're pure garbage, breaks too easily, but mostly heavily used. I'm using myself bone arrows, because how easy is to get resources to craft new once they're broken, and they are more durable than the ones that is made from iron ore. And no, the wall plays no difference, because you see where actually lands composite arrows. Damn, that's some difference. And also the spread, even from 3 arrows we can notice the spread, where here I am gathering so I don't lose them, because you see, decay. Why arrows are decaying? What are they, from paper? They are already expensive as... Not a big fan. Okay, we have Mama Bear. Bye, Mama Bear. There's no time. We are filming, right? It's just we have no time to deal with that. So now, ultimate test, final test, so I can conclude my video, which actually will show you saw the difference. Okay, no. Okay, before that, I take my words back. Let's take best with the best and worst with the worst. That should show us and you and me what is the difference if we are talking about performance. Best bow. Yeah, let's start with the best. Shall we? Shall we? No, we'll start with the worst, because if I lose any arrow, that will be the worst arrow. So this corner, okay, this corner. Worst bow, worst arrow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we noticed we need to shoot at least 6, so we see anything. And best with best in this corner. Oh, there should be spread, there should be drop, there should be damage we can't see, that's too far. That's enough. Let's take a look. Let's take a look so we know what to deal with in this game. Oh my. Oh my, oh my, oh my. So if that was Bear head, this is Bear's like, oh, you're shooting at me. Oh, you're gonna pay for this. So you see, 10 seconds left. How dare you take my arrows? So long story short, we know the difference when we switch from one to another. You saw approximately, and this is a quite big difference, to be honest. All right, this is like when you are afraid from the bear. Normally I'd say this is the normal distance, because you need to skin it afterwards. Shooting from such distance is just take courage and go closer, okay? So what I'm trying to explain, and when you switch from one bow to another, there was, let's say, half a meter distance between the arrow lands, or even less. Yeah, not noticeable. When you switch from longbow to curve bow, also a little bit. But if you, for any whatever reason, switch already, skipping something, and the same goes for arrows, you saw the difference, right? You need to adjust the aim. And long story short, when you have best of the best, and I'd say a curved bow with the same aluminum or carbon bows, arrows, is quite good already. You can expect arrows to fly way smoother, right? But now, ultimate test. Ultimate test is, I'll try to aim at one point and shoot all arrows, because you know they are different arrows. So no, I changed my mind. I will shoot, let's longbow, take longbow. Why? Because it has bigger curvature. It's optimal for use, second best bow you can get. Let's try out. I'll shoot all arrows, and then at the end we will see what arrows we get. So I need at least 6 these, and I need to run fast. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 5 will be enough. Next arrows. Doesn't matter the order. Well, they will be at least. I hope they will be not gone. 1, 2, 3, and from rest will be only 2. 1, 2. Why? Because they are not breaking as easy. So I expect all of them be there, but we will be on limited time to actually get it. All right. Let's start from the bottom. Flint arrow, right? Bone arrow. Flint arrow are at the bottom. Bone arrows are the next. Oh, flint arrow are higher also. Aluminium, and then we have composite, carbon, aluminium, titanium, all in the same region. So it seems like high-end arrows, composite, titanium, carbon, aluminium, all four of them were quite high. They were at one and the same approximate diapason, so they are the same. And if you look at the numbers, for example, titanium and carbon, they have exactly the same resources. So one uses this was titanium, rare resource titanium, that's the most valuable you contain. Carbon kind of uses aluminium, four of them to be precise, but also copper. So if you're going for electronics and you need every single piece of the copper, why I'm showing both of them? Because from that for aluminium, adding some not valuable components, you can make carbon and make carbon. So they are kind of similar-ish, just takes a little bit more effort, but they use copper. That's the biggest problem. That's why I believe they have the same stats. They shouldn't be, but they have, because one uses just titanium, but titanium does not impact electronics gathering at all. I wouldn't waste titanium on arrows. And here you have lesser quality items, but with the copper. So they are kind of in the same level. And then you saw flint arrow, absolutely flint and bone and stone actually able to shoot once again, because they seem to be the worst. When I get there, I already notice we couldn't find any stone arrow. That's because they disappeared too fast. But just to see if I was right, let's see, not right, but what I was expecting is these arrows be approximately the same height, the same spread, the same everything. Let's see. I'm just shooting those. You see how I'm trying to aim at the same height and everything, so. See, okay. At the bottom we have bone arrow, flint arrow, stone arrow. Yeah, they are approximately the same. Here, flint arrow quite high, bone arrow. Okay, keeping in mind that we have the spread, I'd say that's the same. So overall what we learned, there is quite big difference from worst to best, but you will never ever switch from wood bow to composite bow right away. It's kinda impossible, so you don't worry about adjusting there, but gradually you need to think every single bow switch changes this direction, the height where the arrow lands, and even more if you are going a bow, if you're sticking with low end, these are easy to get and easy to make. I would totally suggest to you avoid flint arrows. If you take a closer look, bone arrow is one level below. It breaks every fifth of them, right? But 20% chance to break, so 5 arrows you shoot, 4 you can get back. Flint arrows, 30%. So basically you shoot 3 arrows, you get 2 back. That's quite steep losing percentage, you know? And keeping in mind, of course, the damage boost, yeah, I would avoid them. And then the high-end arrows, that's use on your discretion. My approach, as everyone else, is use bone arrows. They are easy to get, so you have no headache whenever you lose them. All of them, some of them, just skin your animal and make new ones. Easier than that. But when it comes to bows, switching them up changes things. For example, the same curvature of your flying arrow, it's quite hard to predict wherever you will land your precious headshot. Let me just do some stupid stuff. while I'm talking. If you have bow that already has huge drop, you see where I'm aiming and where the arrows land? Then you have burst arrows in the beginning especially, which they have quite big spread. So with the spread, with the distance, with the everything that makes your arrows not hit where you want, yeah, you can expect quite different results from hitting the precious headshots up to the point where it's like, damn, this can forget about headshots, right? No animal in this game has such a big head. All of them has a little bit too high, not headshot, a little bit too low. I'm talking specifically about mammoths and buffalo. They are huge, but their headshot target is still reduced. It's not like just in that direction should do the trick. So now we know. Stupid long story short, upgrade as soon as possible, keeping in mind the resources. That's the best I can offer. And I will conclude the video here because I was curious for myself. What's the drop? If there's a huge, I was expecting actually bigger difference. For that distance, just a little drop. I am quite impressed. And second thing, this will be for next video. Next video is coming right up. This will be way more interesting. I guarantee you that. And thanks for watching. If you have the questions, I'm still testing. There's too much to test to do. The game gives you a lot, but if you want to go deeper, there's always this rabbit hole, and you're welcome to join. Thanks for watching. We'll meet in other videos.